The big social media text is trying to take free speech. So let me see if they can take this free speech, because they were happy when I was bashing George Floyd's daughter and him. They were happy when I said something about the dead rappers. So white folks used to love when I go in on black. So okay, let me see if they can take it. And I strategically did this, and I saw they couldn't take it. And I'm willing to lose whatever for my rights. So I know can't nobody cancel me, because who opened the door for me? I made y'all stop, look, and listen. And you'll stop, look, and listen tomorrow. And I know most Americans, because of their conditions and situations and the relationships they in, have offended the people in their lives, right? So how you feel to hold this against me? You'll be over it in a week. That's why during police shit, that's why I say, I said by Thanksgiving they're gonna forget Charlie Kirk. Within a week, they forgot about Charlie Kirk. I don't hear about it no more.
Where's the shooter?
Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. And today we're talking about the latest interview with not Charlie Kirk, but Charleston White and Tasha K. It actually went viral, so we're going to cover it. The topic is, of course, whatever happened to Charlie Kirk? Do anyone actually know? Right? I've been saying for a while that anytime that they kill someone or someone end up missing or anything, or someone of great stature, they generally make that person a martyr, create some type of holiday for him, some type of remembrance, and maybe a street or something like that. And that generally leads to the government. But I'm just thinking, though, I want to know what you think about it. Just hypothetically, allegedly, I want to know what you think. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Let's go.
He ain't the shooter. They just needed him for what they just needed to use him.
Who do you think is the shooter?
The same people that killed JFK.
That's a good one. That's a good one. The same people that killed JFK.
Got a screenplay in your head, but not on paper?
That's who they believe the shooter is. Let me repeat. The same people that killed JFK, that's who they believe is the shooter. And the question would then be, well, who killed JFK? The question would then be, well, who killed JFK? Put your thoughts down below. Put your thoughts down below if you know, if you think you know, right? Put your thoughts down below. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah. See, Charlie Kirk was a puppet. There was a 70 or 80-year-old man. So they tried to make me the same thing Charlie Kirk was, long before I came to the internet. So, man, I was one of the best black faces that the Republican Party and conservatives had to come out and talk to the niggas, not the blacks. They wanted to use me like the Democrats use Megan Thee Stallion and Gorilla to go perform, to come talk to the police and get them over here. And I do a good job of it. So Charlie Kirk was groomed, propped, and invested in by an older white conservative who needed the conservative talking points to go into the colleges and indoctrinate the minds of young people.
I 100,000% agree with that. And this is why I agree, right? Because look at his campaign. His campaign was college kids, undermined college kids, 25 and younger, which means their brain is not even developed. Statistics shows your brain start developing at 25 as far as maturity, right? So that's just the first take. Also, let's look at it from a business perspective, right? Did you know that what's the funding behind Charlie Kirk? Whatever the funding is behind Charlie Kirk, that's in every college, right? They was hypothetically, supposedly, they did a tax investigation against it, right? And it showed that upon his death, which Charlie Kirk wanted to know, hey, where was this money going? Where was this millions of dollars going, right? It was actually funded by the Jewish community, right? That's the first thing. They also used the money to prop up the stock market. That's another thing. I'm going to do a separate video on that to connect the points with you on that one, because the money don't lie, right? So, and they was also funding different things that Charlie Kirk didn't believe in, but he didn't know that he was a puppet, or did he? Let's continue. Maybe that's why he wanted to speak out. And Charlie Kirk already, we know that we got to die someday, but he already projected his death. Predicted his death. He done already said, look, what I'm standing for, they're going to try to kill me over it. Same thing with Candace Owens, though I don't believe in all her rhetoric. But that was her friend. So, and Tucker Carlson. So these are the things they don't want you to speak out. And this is why the freedom of speech is under attack, or to me, it is over it. Because you even got the algorithms silencing things. So what does that tell you? It's baked in. Let's continue.
He was perfect for it. That's why every debate was on a college campus with somebody who was either newly into college or under the age of 25 with an undeveloped brain.
Gotta get them before they develop.
There you go. Because what? All people know that indoctrination starts in the classroom.
The LGBTQ doesn't.
There you go. So you fight fire with fire.
The fact that she even said that, I want that. I don't agree with everything Tasha K saying, right? But I think she's a thinking woman. And the fact that she even said that the the alphabetic community does the same thing. This is why on my platform, I tell you got to read the book Outwitting the Devil. And it shows you how they use schools and churches, right? I'm not against your religion. If that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in, right? But you got to understand how religion was built. It was built on a mass amount of murder and death, right? That's the first thing. If we really want to be technical. But it shows you how they use schools and churches as indoctrination camps, right? Colleges is considered elementary school, middle school, high school, all the different layers of schools, right? Kindergarten is an indoctrination camp to make you think what they want you to think. And they don't teach you how to be an entrepreneur, how to get you some money, or how to not to depend on the system. How to be independent from the system. They teaches you how to actually get a job and depend on the system. Now you wonder why 90% of people are lost, so they feel like they can't get outside of the rat race. It's because you was trained to run that race. Smash that like button if you agree. Leave your thoughts down below. But let's go. And they trying to do the same thing with the LGBT community. Now, I don't have nothing against the community. My only problem with the community is when you're trying to convince undeveloped minds. When you're trying to convince undeveloped minds and put it in their storylines and put it in their movies, and you didn't ask them permission, you didn't ask the parents permission to indoctrinate or to introduce these topics to these kids. So therefore, you are trying to sway these kids, which means that is it leading to a bigger agenda when you can actually say, well, if you're making most males feminine and most females masculine, you're actually running the risk to mess up the social fabric of the entire world, the globe, the United States of America. You're creating weaker nations. Now the question would then be, why is it important for you to create weaker nations? The ultimate thing is control. Smash that like button if you agree.
Everybody is targeting their children except black people, intentionally. Targeting the minds of children.
Yeah, we don't play about our kids.
Nah. So Charlie Kirk was giving money to this Turning Point USA. He was giving money for that.
Listen.
To be their face and the talking point.
Listen.
That's why now his wife is it. Man, this was a play ran because it's a distraction. The black people shouldn't be worried about it. That's their problem, not ours. What happened to Charlie Kirk don't affect us black. What happened to Tamir Rice don't affect him. I'm still stuck on Tamir Rice where I can't be affected by Charlie Kirk.
And grammar review?
So miss me with that bullshit, America.
So how do you feel about, because right now, the conservatives, and I don't know where she's
They're losing their country. So America has lost their country. They have let too many people in.
That's why they're so hard on immigration now, trying to get everybody out.
That's why these old white people is trying to get out their country, because